Pickett retreating, stepping up. He's got Smith for an Eagles touchdown.
Welcome to the JLash Show. My name is Lasher. Welcome back to the second episode of the JLash Show Live. I just want to start off by thanking everyone for coming to the JLash Show meet and greet because you guys are amazing. I can't appreciate you guys enough. Like it impresses me. I thought I was gonna have like 2 people, not gonna lie, but JLash Show Nation, you guys are the best. All right, so now getting on to the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles have won the NFC pennant, aka they are going to the Super Bowl. So, what does that mean for the Birds? Birds, they are going to New Orleans for Super Bowl LIX against Kansas City. Kansas City, we know, is ruled by refs and can be a little bit unfair at points during the game. But I'm sure the Birds can navigate around it. But that's my only concern. The refs, they're just gonna ruin everything. So the Eagles, Jalen Hurts has, I think he has like a 68.8 completion rate, which is pretty good, and he has decent amount of yards. So I think that's pretty good going in to this game. Now, Patrick Mahomes, he's good. He's good. I don't really like him because he's just a little bit of a you-know-what. Taylor Swift, no, I don't like Taylor Swift. Don't even get me started on her. She's annoying. She's dating Travis Kelce. I like Jason Kelce, but I do not like Travis Kelce. He is annoying. So let's just hope for the Eagles that they. I mean, I want to hear your score predictions. Mine's is probably going to be a field goal game. It's probably going to be like 30-27, if you ask me. Chiefs are going to lose this game. Eagles are going to go home with the Super Bowl 59 trophy. I think they already left for New Orleans. They're just getting used to New Orleans right now. So I'm really, really hoping that the Eagles win. And I think the Eagles their O-line is probably one of the best O-line in the league. Their D-line, Vic Fangio, is probably also, they are probably the best, if not the best, in the league. So I'm really very hopeful for their O-line and their D-line to hold up. And really, they just need to do this and that and the other. They just need to score more points. That, like I said a bunch of times, they cannot live off field goals. They didn't live off field goals last game against Washington because they obviously won. They made a big statement with 7 touchdowns. So I'm not really concerned. I thought they were going to lose in the NFC Championship. My one reason is because they were living off field goals against Green Bay and LA. That was my concern because Jake Elliott, as of right now, he isn't the best kicker. I think he's more washed than anything. Maybe he's just in a slump. I don't know, but I need to make sure that I had him on my fantasy team. He wasn't doing good. I had not Justin Tucker, my fault. Brennan Aubrey, he did pretty good, but I'd take Brandon Aubrey over Jake Elliott any single day because Brandon Aubrey can make most kicks. So Jake Elliott, for some reason, he just isn't making a lot of kicks. Like, it's a little bit concerning for the Birds. But the Birds, like I said, Devonta Smith, he has been doing excellent. So has A.J. Brown, but Jalen Hurts, the only reason he's not getting as much complete passes is he's holding on to the ball too long. It's a little bit concerning because he shouldn't be holding on to the ball like more than like 5 seconds, because there are some fast people on some teams that will break through the pocket and and they will sack the quarterback. It's a little bit concerning just for that reason. So, what's the takeaway from this game? Takeaway is that it's most likely going to be a defensive game because both defenses have been really, really prolific this regular season. It's been great to watch. One team's been better than the other. Chiefs have a number one seed and were able to make it from the divisional round and had a first round bye. Eagles had a number two seed but had to come all the way from the wild card, which was really hard because I thought they were gonna lose. Like I said, thought they were gonna lose in the NFC Championship, but they powered on, just like what the Birds do. So my reasoning for it being a D-line game, like I said, both have been prolific. O-line they're equally as good. So I think it's going to be a little bit of both. So that's what I'm hoping. It's going to be I think it's going to be a very competitive game, in my opinion. Jalen Hurts versus Patrick Mahomes. And the running backs, it's not even a question. Saquon Barkley's better. And it's just good. It's good for the Eagles that they got him. It's shocking. So the Giants are probably looking at this right now. They're looking at Saquon Barkley highlights. They're probably like, what the F? They're like, that it's really, really, they are unhappy right now. So I'm happy about that because they shouldn't have let him go, and they let him go anyways. They're rebuilding now, so whatever. So moving on to the Philadelphia Phillies. They are building their pitching lineup a little bit. I saw that. They're strengthening their pitching lineup, and they're doing great on that. That's what they need to work on the absolute most, because the pitching, I feel like, was a little weak last year besides Zach Wheeler, because Ranger started Ranger Dangering in the middle of the season and wasn't doing great. Yeah, Taijuan Walker, don't even get me started on him. He sucked. They had to move him out to the bullpens so he could become a closing pitcher for further notice. And I don't really think that's really great, but I feel like he would have been kicked off, in my opinion. So I feel like they should have kicked him off. Whatever. We'll just buy the rest of his contract. So Zach Wheeler, I'm hoping we keep him on the team. He is such a prolific pitcher. It's not even a joke. He is really good. I think he had like a sub-3 ERA last season, and he's been wheeling and dealing. He has been great. So I wish we got Paul Skeens too. He would have been a great pitching. He would have been a great adding pitcher to our lineup, but he went to Pittsburgh, which Pittsburgh isn't doing great this season for baseball, but I'm just hoping that the Phillies do better. I feel like that they need a little more offensive work too. Like, they need more people at bat because some of our outfielders aren't doing the greatest. But I feel like Castellanos, they could get someone for. I feel like that they would get someone better, in my opinion. Castellanos, I like him, but I feel like that, like I said, they could get someone better. Austin Hayes, he's being shipped off to Cincinnati, so. And then Carlos Estevez, one of our pitchers, is being shipped off to Kansas City. They agreed on a contract a few days ago, and out he went down to Kansas City. But whatever. I don't think we should lose any pitchers, but in my opinion, it's not the end of the world. I don't think he was the greatest pitcher anyways. So, and I think losing him isn't a big deal. So I feel like we could gain a pitcher from him. because we are just, I think we're an all pitch team. Bryce Harper, he's also not as good as we thought. He was good when he first came to Philly, but it just seemed like he weakened out because injuries are starting to get the best of him. His elbow, he had to have surgeries on some stuff, and he just hasn't been that good. But I still like him. He's a good person. So that's that for the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, on for the Flyers. Philadelphia Flyers aren't doing the best right now, but whatever. We're gonna. We just have to focus on the Flyers because Flyers, they're in a rebuilding stage. So what? I don't really watch hockey. I usually just sometimes go and watch a game, and I'm really hoping that their rebuild is successful. Like I feel like it could be successful at some points, but I think that they need to work on that a little bit more. They need to get some more defensive people. They need to get more of everybody. So that way, like Mitchkov, we need young people that are extremely talented in the future. Because if we get more people like that, I feel like that we can shape shift and have a better team than we have right now, which could be which would be great. So, yeah, they lost against the Islanders. The Islanders are a good team. They got beat 3-0, and they're not doing the greatest right now. Like I said, Islanders, they have a different story. They're doing a-okay. I feel like that they could make the playoffs. The Islanders might make the playoffs, so I feel like that they are going to do great. And the Flyers, they just need a little bit more to work on. So now, moving on to the Philadelphia 76ers. They've won they won a lot, like four straight before they lost to Denver. Denver is an extremely good team. They got Nikola Jokic. Like, we can't. It's he's powerful. He's like one of the most lazy and like good basketball players ever. Embiid, I have no idea where he's at. This Yazboli 76ers dude, our center, seems to be doing better than him right now. I feel like Embiid's out for like the rest of the year. Don't you guys think that? I've hardly seen him on the court this year. And it's just been a shame. I really, really, really I just want to see him on the court. So I'm really hoping that he gets back out. Maxey, he's doing great. And I think Oubre's starting to heat up too. So hopefully Oubre can help out the 76ers a little bit. But the 76ers just they are in shambles. That's how I define them. They're in shambles because they don't have their star players. Joel Embiid's out. Process is long gone, unfortunately. They traded Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, he just keeps getting suspended. It's suspended indefinitely by the Heat because all he wants is a trade. He doesn't want to be on the Miami Heat much longer. It's a shame. I really think he deserves a trade. He's starting to get up there in age, but I feel like that he still has a little juice in him, but I think he deserves to get traded. But the 76ers, yeah, they are in shambles, so I'm hoping they will do something about that. So, yeah, 76ers, not a big deal. But so now moving on to Penn State. Penn State, not much going on. They're doing okay. They're on their off season, so not much to report on them. I don't think they fired Franklin yet, not as I know of. So they need to fire Drew Aller though, because he's just a trash quarterback, and he's just not completing passes. They need to complete passes. Like he needs to do good at that. So I feel like if they fire him, it could be resolved. And yeah, I mean, Penn State, they could come back and they could be back better than ever next season. So that concludes this JLash Show episode. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're on the road to 200. Thank you for 100 followers on Instagram. We really appreciate it. So just follow us on our social media platforms. See you guys next episode.